Hello, and welcome back to Arcurus Plays Final Fantasy VII Remake INTERmission DLC. Alright, so, when last we left off, we caught up with Jija and got the other set of ideas we're going to need to get up onto the plate. Yep. Where am I trying to go here? Ah, the train station. So, as has been the way of things for doing things differently every single episode in this little series.
We can worry about that once we have boss.
I don't know why this seems so loud in my headphones, but I've decided to for the last couple of episodes of all my series, I've been splitting up the audio from my voice audio from the game audio and then having to go through and re-render it. But what I'm finding is that the renderings aren't as good as visually they aren't as good because they're not as at as high of a bit rate as my original recording, as well as not at when I re-render it, it renders it down to 30 FPS and I'm playing this in 60. So I've decided to go back to, combining my voice track with the game soundtrack and adjusting where I keep my mic to try and keep a lot of the background noise low. Just so I can not have to render and lose a whole bunch of quality.
Boss, I don't think we'll be back here anytime soon, so make sure you're ready for anything, okay?
We are ready for anything.
Let's roll. What's with all these people?
Due to the recent incident at Mako Reactor 5, only a limited number of trains are currently in service. Please note that the Sector 5 Undercity station is closed until further notice. Thank you.
Splinter Cell's done its best to make things hard for you. Miss this train and there's no telling when the next will be. Looks like it's now or never, guys.
Sorry we couldn't give you a proper send-off. Just know that we're rooting for you, okay? All aboard! Oh boy.
Gonna be sick?
Good old motion sickness.
I'll be fine. As long as I'm standing up. Don't laugh.
Melfi always got motion sick. Chocobos, boats. Sure trains would have done it too.
Who's Melfi?
My sister.
Huh.
She trained under your father at the same time as me. And she had such promise.
Had?
The war was ending. But a Shinra mech went haywire near a crowd and she had to do something. We deserve what's coming to him.
Yeah. They do. But I'm not your sister.
Yeah, that was kind of out of left field. I do think they really did condense a lot of the storytelling in this to get it short.
Are we on schedule?
The Turks are on top of it. Yes, there will be no delays.
Please, Mr. President, I am asking you to reconsider. No, begging. The Sector 7 Undercity is home to more than 50,000...
Director Twisty.
At least let us issue a warning, sir.
The stench of the director's cowardice fills the room yet again.
Reeve. Progress requires sacrifice. Learn to live with it.
Look at all these people.
Enough to make you sick. Let's get this over with.
Excuse me, I have some questions. You work for Shinra, isn't that right? Then would you care to comment on the rumors that Sector 7 will be the terrorist's next target? They're going to hit the reactor, aren't they? You! Stop right there! Get the hell out of here. What security measures will Shinra adopt the military?
Elevators are right there. Let's catch one.
You're up, Heidi.
I do like that there are a number of, like, background characters that just show up all the time.
Hold the door.
What floor?
The basement. Advanced weaponry.
Going down. Doors closing.
Perfect. Just perfect.
Huh?
But oh, how the mighty are fallen. Wutai colluding with Avalanche and resorting to terrorism? I always thought the Wutaians an honorable people. They used to be, certainly. But now they're nothing but blood-sucking flies buzzing around Shinra's face. Would you not agree? In light of recent events, I mean.
I would. 100%.
What a lovely smile.
Scarlet is by far one of the, to me, one of the most, like, offsetting or off-putting of the Shinra executives.
I think not. Foreign visitors should take the scenic route and savor the opportunity to meet our latest autonomous weapons.
Just like how little she cares about everything. She's just a, like, walking avarice.
Never get a better chance. That was Scarlet, director of advanced weaponry. It was one of her machines that killed Melfi.
Calm down, Sonon.
Sonon, you're
Calm
never going to
down.
get a chance to fight her anyway.
Remember, we're here for a reason.
Because Tifa's going to slap her right off the edge of a cannon.
I'm sorry.
No, never mind. She dies in the crowd, the
Don't be.
Proud Clod a
I was
lot
ready to
later on
strangle
down the
her
line.
myself. And that's before she sent us off in the wrong direction.
Where did she send us?
Only one way to find out. Don't worry, we'll get to materia research eventually. Just a little longer, my precious.
All right.
Just look at this place. Weapons here, weapons there, weapons everywhere. They're ready for some serious action.
It sounds like you are too.
Duh. Unlike my old man, I'm not some lazy drunk. I fight for what I believe in. Something he'd never understand.
Wonder how he's holding up.
Behind bars, you mean? Not well, if the government's got anything to say about it. Good on him. Jail's where he belongs.
That's my master you're talking about. Mind laying off him a little?
You know what? Let's drop it. Not exactly my favorite topic. It's only gonna make me mad. More importantly...
My god, you people are deadly boring. Luckily, I know exactly how to liven things up. With a little experiment. Just don't go dying on me. That wouldn't yield very interesting results now, would it?
Unit calibration complete. Initiating combat data collection sequence.
We can't afford to lose this.
Okay.
Then we won't.
So there's an interesting little bit of backstory having to do with... Oh. Okay, so we can change this stuff.
You're going down! Aw, someone need a rest? At least put up a fight. How do you like this?
So, I can only really talk to the original game because we don't exactly have a whole lot that we can go through as far as, like, the background of what's going on between Yuffie and her father and, like, how the... Okay, we can access equipment, good. So, like, we don't really have a lot of information, but I can make a couple of guesses based on what happened in the original game and what they've talked about in this one. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. So, in the original game, Wu Tai straight up lost the war due to Sephiroth and... Ooh, wow, 12 SP. Due to, like, Sephiroth and the Soldier project. And afterwards, Yuffie's father, Godo, who was in charge of Wu Tai, surrendered and basically, like, rebranded the whole place as a tourist trap to try and revitalize the economy. And Yuffie basically saw him as giving up and really did not respect him. And it seems like in this one that it's kind of the same, except that he's probably like a political prisoner at this point. And so it's of a... And so it seems like in this game, just like in the original, Yuffie blames him for giving up the war, that sort of thing, and sees him as weak and really doesn't like him or respect him. Materia slot. Let's see which one of these has the highest attack attribute. Definitely this one. So that's part of, like, the crux of, like, her character, is that she really does not respect her father and doesn't believe that he's actually acting in the, you know, in the best interests of his people. So that drives a wedge between them. Let's continue on.
Unit calibration complete. Initiating combat data collection sequence.
I'm gonna go to town on these jerks.
Want to leave something in?
Score! Gotcha! We're done here!
And so, Whereas I do quite agree with how they're using this DLC, and specifically like the dynamic between Sonon and Yuffie, to explore like Yuffie's character, you know, to introduce like Yuffie's main like character traits as well as her as well as like her like the beginnings of like her character journey. I do feel like the addition of the stuff with Sonon, like the tragic backstory with his sister, and the implication that like he like sees Yuffie as like a surrogate. I think that wasn't really handled very well. And I think they could have pulled it off a whole lot better if they had more time.
My every expectation. And for being such good sports, we may now leave.
Why did I ever think for a second she'd be nice to us? She knows damn well it's gonna be a pain in the ass getting up there.
But I also kind of see this DLC as,
Gotcha.
There we go.
Honestly, how do I do it? Now then, Sonon, how you feel about giving me a boost?
Ecstatic.
I also think that they were experimenting with different ways to use the combat system.
And go.
Because Yuffie has a whole lot more utility than most of the other characters did. In that with the elemental ninjutsu, she can change her elements. She has she has ranged and melee attacks.
Madam Director, the intruders are about to reach the research facility.
And we'll let them. Meanwhile, find out what it is they want. You do have eyes, don't you? Then you can see that while they are simpletons, they've made it further than any normal Wu-Taiyan ever could. Clearly they are ninjas. Teenage ninjas. And they've come such a long way. We simply must roll out the red carpet. My trusty steed should provide a fitting welcome, I think. Keep me apprised, would you?
Ma'am, cut system power to the research facility. Bar access to confidential data, then retrace their steps. Find out why they're here. Above all, do not let them out of your sight.
Sir!
Oh, Materia, where are you? Is that materia I smell?
End of the line, Wu-Tai scum!
That's to be you! Ready for it, back down! This their idea of mood lighting? Cause it's bad.
Might be the power. That thing's off too.
Okay. I should probably upgrade Sonon's weapons. Let's see. Attack power plus 10. Yeah, I think I'll swap up his weapon. So the vast majority of the rest of this DLC is
Talk about hitting
padding.
the jackpot. This must be where they make their materia.
Maybe, but they're not what we came for. Moving boss.
Totally. After I grab a few souvenirs.
So what we have here is another... this is similar to Hojo's lab in that it's basically a very, very linear navigation puzzle.
Initiating Mako energy saturation. Deploying security grid.
And they're not really advancing much of the story with this. Ninja cannonball materia. Interesting.
Wait, is that a security grate or a ladder? Thanks, Shinra. Huh, that's weird. Not even a whiff of materia up here. But then there's nowhere else to go.
I do find it interesting. Like I said before, this very much is an experiment in like gameplay, because whereas we had certain abilities tied to the purple independent materia in the original game, in this one they're starting to experiment with different command materias. And a command materia, it's just what it says. It gives us different commands, kind of like assess, which is really the only one that I used extensively during the original game. So there is the ninja cannonball materia there. And like there's several command materias that I guess we have to go through here. And there's several command materia that were absent from the original game that are, or that were in the original game that are absent from both the DLC and the base game for the remake.
We'll bring Shinra to its knees. Get lost!
Mastered some materia there. So I don't think the tying like extra moves to command materia like they're doing here, I don't think that's quite, in my opinion, that's quite going to be like a good solution overall, I think, or a good direction to move in. Simply because, like, for many characters and parties, so let's go ahead and take a look at materia. So, for many characters and parties, like, materia is how you, like, customize your characters and that sort of thing. And putting even more materia than was originally in here, especially like very character specific stuff like Ninja Cannonball here, is, in my opinion, like it messes with the whole system too much. Simply because for many characters, you do need these elemental materias, as well as these other offensive magic materias, to kind of like, you know, start exploiting weaknesses and that sort of thing. And then I think they should go with more support materias for that, because it helps tie in with the system. And I do find it really weird that, you know, they put in what I think should be, so like things like parry. Parry should just be part of the base game combat system and not tied to a materia. Materia should be magical in nature, in my opinion. So I haven't really like spent a whole lot of time thinking about it, so it's not like I have this huge discussion for it, but I think in general, tying like basically like what could be like class-based come on. Really meant lightning. Now what we'll do is we'll go into fire.
None can escape the wrath of the ninja!
A little more.
No. We do not go up here. Okay, door. Door. Although, part of this, going through here, does show off, like, so this is part of the Proud Clod, which is a late-game boss in the original game. I really do like when they do stuff like, oh, hey, we're passing by this thing, you're gonna see it in 2 more games, even though it's part of the, whole, like, extra encounters in this game. But that way they can kind of like do a little bit of world building, that sort of thing. So I guess this isn't completely, you know, without like story or world building.
Online. Initiating Mako energy saturation. Deploying security grid.
Not long now, my precious. Safe in my arms soon.
Entry lock released.
And what do we have here? A secret materia vault, perhaps?
Let's see.
Employee identity confirmed. Access granted. Occupancy limited to 1 subject. Proceed to gate to begin training exercise.
Training? Really? Just give us what we came for already.
Might still be worth a shot. Could be something in it for us. Just be careful, okay?
Nah, we're not gonna run any of those. Those aren't materia that I'm even really gonna use, so...
between Wu-Tai and Avalanche. We're never gonna see eye to eye, and we're bound to come up against each other someday. But when we do, the fact they worked with us might help both parties put their differences aside and avoid a conflict. That's what I got out of it anyway.
Figured as much.
Before you got here, I did a little bit of recon. Found out what they want. Free elections, workers' rights, fair distribution of wealth. They don't see the world how we see it.
And when you look at the world, what is it that you see?
Homes bombed to dust. Plumes of gun smoke. People bleeding. Bloodshed.
Me too. And I'll never forget.
That's actually kind of interesting. The best parts of this DLC are the characters, like, talking about stuff like that. So, we find out that even though Wu-Tai and Avalanche are working together, or at least, you know, main Avalanche, they still don't see eye to eye, because with Wu-Tai, their war isn't with Shinra, their war is with Midgar, basically. Which is completely different than, you know, Avalanche's struggle. I really don't want to fight more of these.
Uh-oh. Oh, come on! How could we have gotten so lost?
We're not lost. There's an elevator that I've refused to take.
Focus. I know. Spare the chow bean?
Sure. You ate it!
You sound surprised.
Man, I'm glad you're here.
Likewise.
It really helps, knowing I'm not alone in all this.
Yeah, same here.
Ow.
It's just all those little touches of complexity, especially to the political end of things in the world of Final Fantasy VII that, you know, kind of makes it all worth it in the end. I know my thoughts seem very disjointed at the moment. It's basically that I've been sick the last week. I'm trying to get through all these recordings before they run out, because the last video of the original remake is coming out in 2 days. So I've got to get these recordings done. I had the flu, so I'm kind of tired and makes it hard to focus.
So what you think? Aren't I just awesome?
More parts of the Cloud Strife. There we go.
Sonon, check that out.
It does look more important than the others.
This has to be it. Oh, sweet baby, come to mama. Can't see squat. Light, light. I need more light.
We've seen this room or one very similar to it already.
Gotcha.
online. Initiating Mako energy saturation. Deploying security grid.
Now we're cooking. Material ready or not.
Not gonna head back just yet. Or I guess there's nowhere to go but back right now.
Man, another stupid dud. Quit
It's time to fight the Jedi bots.
We're here for materia, not these dorks. We'll bring Shinra to its knees. Ready for a smackdown? Not now. I know it's no way. No freaking way. You're going down. I know it's get lost. Gotcha. You're going down.
Oh, he has a limit break?
Come on.
Never even noticed that he had a limit break before.
So, have you found out what they want yet?
We think so. We can't say for certain, as their behavior is erratic. But they appear to be searching for materia.
Excuse me? You mean to say that these savages have gone to all this trouble for materia?
So far as we can tell, yes.
How very dull. Be that as it may, I suppose I should talk to them.
Ma'am.
Enjoying yourselves, I trust? All by a simple hologram? How precious. But I know just what you need to loosen up a little. After such a long journey, you must be so tense. Luckily, I have toys for that. All far more entertaining than this.
What do you want?
Oh dear. Is that any way to talk to your host? Really, though. As guests, it's more about what you want, and I think you'll find it just up ahead. Hurry now. Don't keep me waiting.
So, boss, what are you thinking?
That we're walking into a trap, I guess. But it's nothing we can't handle, right?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Continuing on to the Monster Gauntlet.
Welcome to our state-of-the-art testing facility. This is where we push every piece of ordnance to its limits and beyond. Such tests are an invaluable part of the development process. Go on, see where the magic happens.
Commencing ordnance testing. Select ordnance type to deploy for this trial.
Let's see. I would rather
Selection
not.
confirmed. Initiating ordnance deployment procedure.
I'd rather not fight the the little drill things that get like the annoying like in normal abilities, so you know, we'll fight something different.
Subjects approaching test site. Test will begin momentarily.
So we'll fight these. These are easy. Much less annoying.
Beginning analysis.
This called for might. Gotcha. You didn't know that one, did ya? Gotcha. Got you right where I want ya. I'm unstoppable. Got you now. Oh yeah.
On to the next.
So
Analysis
easy.
concluded. Continuing trial. Select ordnance type to deploy for this trial.
Let's go for the saw blade guy.
Ordnance deployment procedure. Subjects approaching test site. Test will begin momentarily. Beginning analysis.
Oh, not spells.
This called for might. Got you now. Time to kick some butt. Got you now.
Analysis concluded. Continuing trial. Select ordnance type to deploy for this trial.
I
Selection
don't know what that is.
confirmed.
I'll take that.
Initiating ordnance deployment procedure.
Now, judging by where we are in the DLC and how long it took me last time to beat the DLC, I'm thinking the next episode's going to be our last one. Because this DLC is, at best, 4.5-ish hours long, and I skipped many of the
Beginning analysis.
many of the side quests. Basically, all of the side activities in this I have skipped. If you wish to experience those, I do actually highly suggest picking up the game for yourself. It is a good game, and there is a lot of depth to be found in it, especially in the mechanics.
Analysis concluded. Continuing trial.
I'm thinking.
Especially in harder
Select
difficulties.
ordnance type to deploy for this trial. Selection confirmed. Initiating ordnance deployment procedure.
Please let this be the guard scorpion. That'd be fun.
Subjects approaching test site.
Oh no, it's just one of these things.
Test will begin momentarily. Beginning analysis.
Come on.
Analysis concluded. Beginning final test. Selection confirmed. Initiating ordnance deployment procedure.
go, get all healed up, and just move on.
Subjects approaching test site. Test will begin momentarily. Beginning analysis.
Got you now.
Okay. That's not quite doing it, so let's... There we go, found the weakness. Finish that up.
Not too shabby, Sonon.
How impressive. Seems I may have underestimated how resilient you ninjas can be.
May have? How about did, you old hag?
You Wu Giants, so feisty. But let's see how you fare against what I have in store for you next. It's quite the treat, I assure you. Only the best for our honored guests, after all. Whenever you're ready.
Alright, well, to be honest, I think this is probably going to be a good idea to stop for this session, because we're just going to play through the rest of the game in the next episode. Thank you for watching. This is Arcurus, signing off.